Chapter 17. The Jealous Man. He was the last customer of the day. When Joe led him to the back door and said goodbye, the pilgrim protested, "But I haven't seen the holy man." "Yes, you have seen me," Joe said. "My dear fellow, I'm terribly sorry. I had no idea. Forgive me." "Don't mention it. However, if from now on you will treat everyone that you meet like a holy person, you will be happy." "I will certainly try to do that, although until now I have seen little evidence to encourage me to think of people being holy." "Nor did you see it now," the holy man reminded him. Quite right. So the idea is to go on as the assumption of intrinsic holiness and be a happier man for proceeding along those lines. Yes, I see. And if I am wrong, you will not be wrong. We are all holy. All God's creatures, great and small, so to speak, if it helps to speak of it that way. Joe was still standing with the door open. "Goodbye." "But please, now that I have your ear, could I seek your advice on my problem?" "Fire away." "I am married to a lovely, intelligent, wonderful woman, and I am consumed by jealousy about her. I am constantly imagining that she is unfaithful to me. I am jealous of her friends, her time, the air she breathes, the clothes on her back. It is not that I have nothing else to do or to think about. I am an inventor and work very hard. We live far out in the country, and I always know exactly where she is and who she's with, for we have a car phone, and she is required by me to carry a phone on her person, and, of course, I think nothing of having her followed. She goes along with all this for the sake of keeping the peace, and because she truly loves me despite my infuriating obsession. Even though I treat her like a virtual prisoner, I know that if she wanted a lover, she would have one. Women can always find ways, can't they?" He seemed to be waiting for an answer, so Joe said, "Yes." "Exactly. So I put myself in her mind and stay one step ahead of her. I know in my heart she doesn't want a lover, but then I think maybe I am driving her to it." He went on in this vein until Joe, perhaps wishing his last customer would not prolong closing time indefinitely, asked him, "Given this desperate situation, how were you able to leave the poor woman for such a long time?" "One day I went to her room, not knocking on the door so as to surprise her in whatever suspicious action she might be engaged in, and I found her standing before the mirror with a knife in her hands. Horrified, I figured I'd driven her to suicide or murder, but it was neither. She said she was going to disfigure herself. Then I would have nothing to be jealous about. I promised her I would cease badgering her and get help. A friend told me about you, so I came. I have been in the line a month, and it has been wonderful. My phone cannot reach her from this mountain, so I have simply had to trust her. As a result, I have been released from the clutches of the green-eyed monster. For the first time in years, I am free and at peace. I am sure the peace and freedom she is feeling is stupendous. But now I am afraid to go home. Holy man, the burning question is, can I maintain these peaceful feelings, or will the torment start up again upon my return? Tell me what you have learned." "I guess I've learned that trust brings peace." "Good. What if you go home and trust her and she betrays you?" "Well, that will be horribly painful. Maybe it will kill me, but still I won't have driven her to it, and we will have had a time of peace. I can't help it if she betrays me. It will be up to her. I can control myself, but I can't control her. That is something else I have learned." "Wonderful. And there is one more thing you have learned which will make all the difference in carrying out your new program." He looked blank. "It is about how you are going to treat her." Joe waited until the man thought over their exchange, then watched as he smiled happily and exclaimed, "Yes, I remember. I'm going to treat her with honor and kindness, as an equal, and listen to what she says, and believe her, just like I would treat you."